Good day to you all, my friends. It's another episode of Van Life DJ. I want to give a great thanks to the new subscribers that we got. We just started the channel, just put out my first video the other day, and just started the channel up, and already got a few subscribers, and even got a couple comments. I really appreciate that. Big shouts out to the Journal Magpie, and as well as Outdoors Overdrive. Couple people left comments. I really appreciate that. I think that's huge, especially on my first video, to see a couple people commenting on that. I really appreciate that so much. Every person that likes, it's just we're just feeding the algorithm. If nobody commented and nobody liked, guess what? We'd have less than half the views we have now. So I really appreciate that. Anytime people could do that, I'm gonna try to shout them out whatever way I can. And thank you again, the Journal Magpie and Outdoors Overdrive. Really appreciate it. And the subscribers, I know there's somewhere on here where it tells me who subscribed. I just can't get to it right now. So I'll figure out that later and give you guys a shout out also, because subscribers and likes and comments, all of them very important. This episode is kind of different. My first one, obviously, I wanted to make the first episode as grand as it could be and put a lot of little fancy editing tricks in it, at least the little ones I've been working on. I wanted to really hype it up, because it's my first video. This one's probably not gonna be as entertaining of an edit as that one is, but it's still this one's more. I'm gonna provide more value in the way of details with my life, because the first video I didn't give you guys any backstory of what I do or who I am, where I come from. But it's important I go through my history with you guys, because it took me a long time to get where I'm at in life. Even though I'm not anywhere near where my goals are set for myself, I still have a lot of work I have yet to do. And that's why it's good that I get into video content now, because I want to start documenting what I'm doing just in case everything works out. I always bring Lady Bella to work with me. I have the advantage of the job I have where I DJ. They let me do that. I didn't start out that way, obviously, but I started bringing her once in a while, and they love having her. And I don't know if she got smart and realized that she can go with me everywhere if she plays it a certain way. She seems to get some separation anxieties when I'm gone, and she'll start itching herself and scratching herself when I'm not around. So I bring her with me everywhere now, and fortunately, I have a job where I can do that. She sits under my DJ console. The volume doesn't seem to bother her at all. Pretty much relaxed the whole time. And I know her. If volume was hurting her ears, she would get up and move. Our speaker here is way up on the booth. I don't bring my DJ speakers with me on this one. I bring a little monitor that's right there next to me. You see where I DJ, where I can hear, because the speaker up above faces out towards the bar and not anywhere near where I'm at. So she doesn't get directly hit. So I started DJing back in the 80s. I've been DJing a long time. 52 now, about to be 53 in January. I was 14 when I started. I didn't do my first gig till I was 16. I was 2 years behind in school because of moving around a lot when I was a kid, so I failed a couple years. So I was in 8th grade at 16. That was my last year in school, and I dropped out after that because I wanted to work and make money. It worked out good for me. I mean, not great. Obviously, had I stayed in school, who knows? I could have been whatever, a lawyer, a doctor, whatever, but I probably wouldn't have enjoyed life as much as I do being a DJ. And I've made a lifetime career out of being a DJ. So I definitely love this lifestyle and this work. Been doing it all along. There was a few years where I was married, the end of '96 to 2000, and then we separated, and that's when I moved to Tallahassee and left Miami. Left South Florida, moved to Tallahassee, and I was there for 10 years, and then I moved back. About 2010, 2008, I had a job as a music pool director in Tallahassee, and I was DJing, like, for 8 years. I was DJing nonstop, consistently, every probably 3, 4, even sometimes 5, 6 nights a week, for a lot of those years. And little by little at the end, it started falling off. I guess I wasn't probably doing as good as I could have been. I don't know. There was a lot of politics involved with the whole situation. But either way, I figured it was time for me to leave Tallahassee, because the gigs weren't as plentiful as they were when I first got there, and throughout a remainder of those 8 years. So I probably stuck around Tallahassee for a couple more years, and then I started traveling. I took a couple Greyhound Discovery passes and went around the country a couple times. I took an Amtrak. I forgot what their thing was called, where you get like 2 months and you get to take so many trips or something. So I did all that, and that's about the time I started really thinking about traveling around in a van, and I just never did it. I was stupid. I wish I had been doing this a long time ago, getting a van and getting into this form of lifestyle, just for the fact of, part of the reason I want to do van life is to get out and network and meet more people face to face. I think that's a thing that I need to experience more of and see how it helps my business. Because I used to work for a music pool, and when that pool, it was a record pool, record and CD pool, and when that pool closed down, it pretty much left me without anything going on other than DJing, and I wanted something else. So I started my own, which at the same time vinyl started phasing out from the major labels. MP3s started more and more taking over. So I said, okay, I'll do a music pool curation service for DJs. 'Cause a lot of DJs, they have too much work or they don't have a lot of time, and that's how I created secondary income stream along with DJing. And every now and then I'll hold down another job too, something else that I might do once in a while just to try it out. There was a while that I sold fences. Made a lot of money doing that for a few years. There's other jobs I've had off and on, but I've always been a DJ, no matter what. And that's what I want to do with van life is keep being a DJ and just expand on what I've been doing as a DJ locally in both South Florida and in Tallahassee. I've really only been outside those two regions probably twice. I think I DJ'd in Panama City a few times for spring break, guest DJ, and then I DJ'd one gig in Atlanta. That was a big gig that I did. But I love traveling outside of Florida and bringing a van with me and bringing my DJ controller. I'll be able to DJ other places besides just Florida, and that's my goal is to get out, and then that way I could promote my music pool business, my music promotion business, and music marketing. I want to start doing more of all that and not just be a DJ. I want to do more outside of being a DJ because who knows, maybe I won't be able to DJ forever. So it's good to have multiple income streams and things that don't consume all your time but are worthy of putting in some time to get them going and hopefully have it succeed to the point where it can run itself. That's the goal of any entrepreneur is really to get a business going to where you can succeed at it and have it run on its own without you even being there most of the time. And then you could build another business on the back of that. So that's pretty much my goal is this to, you have to take steps, like climbing a ladder, one step at a time, and you hopefully keep going up. That's the goal. So that's why I want to get the van. That's why I've been wanting to do van life for a while. I mean, obviously there's other reasons. I love to travel. Traveling is one of the because I like the people watch. I like to be in different environments. I like to be around different cultures. I don't like to say I get bored being around the same stuff all the time. So even Miami, as diverse as it is probably one of the better cities for me because it's culturally diverse, and I like that. It makes life more entertaining. I think if I lived on a farm somewhere, yeah, I love wildlife, I love nature, I love animals, so I love that, but I don't want to be there every day. You know, I don't want to. I know people they talk about they want to live in the forest and they want to live in the mountains and they want to live on a farm or they want to live just in a city. I want everything. I don't want to be in one place all the time. I want everything. So van life for me is perfect for that. The video I had planned just for this episode was basically just going to be van building stuff, getting the van torn down, cleaned out a little bit, and then I want to get my power station set up, and I want to put in the bed slats. So that's all I did on this episode. But I realized I needed to give you guys some backstory, so I decided since I took video of Taco Tuesday, I figured I'd go ahead and add that on here and give you guys a little clip of that as well, and discuss my DJ history and basically give you an idea of my backstory, where I come from, what I've been doing my whole life. Like I said, I'm 52 now, and I still feel like I have half my life left. So I figure it's the perfect time to start documenting it. I've had cameras in the past. When I was a kid, I had a couple. As a teenager, I had a couple video cameras. what do you call them back then? Camcorders. I had a couple camcorders with the old school tapes, and I still got a box of those tapes. Eventually, I'm gonna get the adapter and dump those down to digital to record them into the computer, and then that way I can upload them on YouTube. And one day I'll make a video about some of the old content I took, put a little montage together of some of the clips I got of that. I would love to do that. I just need to get the time to get the adapter, and the video tapes are in Tallahassee in my storage unit, so I need to get those out of there and go ahead and get them dubbed over to MP4 files. Go ahead and get them dubbed over to MP4 files, and then that way I can edit them and make a collage video out of it, and see what entertaining content I can make from that. That'll be a good challenge for me. So that's something I definitely want to do, is get some of my old school recordings. I have video I took at the Dade County Youth Fair, Calle back in the day. I mean, we're talking mid 90s videos. So I want to, and then some of the dogs I've had growing up, Bear, my old Labrador, black Labrador Retriever. We had Pepper. She was, I think, like an Australian dingo type of mixed dog. Beautiful dog. And then the little puppies we had, plus my mom's Chihuahuas, Peanut, Buddy. I got video of all of them, all those dogs. So I want to try to get some of those videos together and see what we could, see if I could use them to give you a little more history. I love DJing here. I love this gig. I'm probably gonna do it as long as I can. But like I said, I want to do van life and I want to travel. Maybe I'll do something where I DJ in Miami in the summertime, and then in the fall and winter and summer spring, I go on the road. So that's what I'm planning on doing now. I don't have an official date of when I'm gonna go full time van life. For now, I think it's gonna be a part time thing. Well, for now, I still got to do the van build. I got a lot of work left to do before the thing's even ready to get on the road. I probably won't be completely finished, and I'm gonna already start taking trips. That's the plan. I just want to get it somewhat settled, and then start taking trips, and then little by little each month I'll finish it out, and hopefully one day, within the next 6 months to a year, it'll be completely decked out the way I want it. And then at some point I'm gonna go full time van life eventually, or as much as possible. But for now, it's gonna be a part time thing where I work on Tuesdays here in Miami, and then I'm gonna take little trips out around Florida, on the weekdays, and might even go a little bit out of Florida, probably New Orleans. I love going to New Orleans, so that's something I definitely want to do. Atlanta, I love going to Atlanta, and I love going to all the little places in between. But those are probably going to be my destination spots. It's been a long time since I've been to Texas, so maybe I'll extend to Texas, and get out that way. But whatever I do, I want to be able to leave on a Wednesday or Thursday and be back by Monday. So that way I could do my Taco Tuesday gig. And like I said, this is only going to be temporary. Eventually, I will go full time. It's just I can't do it yet. I want to still, I have to be here anyways to get the van build done. I don't have to, but it's a lot easier to work here on the van build, at the house, and have all the tools there, and not have to deal with it. Because I know people have done van builds on the road. I've seen people, and I applaud them for that. I don't want to do it that way. I want to do a lot better job, and to do the best job you can, and to be comfortable doing the best job you can, do your van build at home. Get, and like I said, you don't have to finish it, but get it nice to where it's livable a little bit, and then little by little keep finishing. This channel, by the way, is called Van Life DJ. So it's mostly going to be about van life. Little by little, it's going to become more and more about van life. This one episode, I just wanted to include some DJ related stuff, which that will probably be on every other episode. There might be something DJ related, or even every episode there might be a couple minutes of something DJ related happening in my videos. That's because that's what I am. I'm a DJ, but I want to combine the two and become a hybrid of van life and DJ. I want to try to do mostly outdoor events, because that will involve me using the van to DJ with. The van will be my DJ booth. You just open up the back doors, the speaker's already connected. I don't have to charge as much because everything's connected. All I have to do is, have my music ready. That's it, and then DJ. So that's why van life DJing for me is something I'm very, very interested in. And the fact that I'm going to be traveling, the fact that I'm going to be DJing in different cities, there's going to be different challenges, there's going to be different obstacles and opportunities, different preparations of music. It's like right now, all I'm doing is the same format every week. It's a hybrid of English and Spanish music. It's mostly Latin music, but I mix in some English music as well, dance music, pop music, various things. I try to mix it up a lot when I'm DJing. And being out on the road, I can mix it up even more, depending on where I'm at. So I really can't wait to do that. It's a big part of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So one thing is a new YouTuber that I have to do. I love talking to you guys. I'm a very expressive person. I love to tell my story and my history and discuss things. When I'm doing work, I don't always like to discuss while I'm working. So that's why sometimes you'll see me doing van build work and I won't really explain what I'm doing. I don't really consider myself a teacher. I'm still figuring a lot of stuff out on my own. So when I'm talking to a camera and doing the work at the same time, it's not the most comfortable way for me to do it. But I do love doing it. I do love talking to the camera. Like if I'm walking through the streets and I'm showing stuff with the camera, that I could talk to easily. Or if I'm driving somewhere and I put the camera on myself, I could talk easily that way. There's a lot of ways I'm good at talking, and comfortable with it. But there are ways that I'm not. Whereas like if I'm doing a van build stuff and I'm cutting things and I'm moving stuff or unscrewing stuff, I'm not always the person that wants to be talking in those situations. So I've been watching van life videos for I don't know how many years now, at least 6 years, 7 years on YouTube, and I've watched all the YouTubers that do van life. I've pretty much probably watched most of them. The most entertaining ones are the ones that aren't fixated on just one thing. But when I'm starting this van build, it is getting cooler little bit by little bit. It's still kind of humid here in South Florida, but it is getting cooler. Some days it's cool, some days it's a little bit warmer, but it's gonna keep getting cooler now, especially going into December and January, which I can't wait for that. It's gonna make building this van a lot easier. This is my reality, so I felt it important to document a sampling of the entire process for not just getting the van ready for travel, but also to show the reality of life as I'm currently living it. Obviously, like most people, I want to still see some fame and success doing what I love, being a DJ. And I want success going beyond just being a DJ. And of course, I would like to soon drop much of my weight by exercising. And that's why I feel it's vital to document as much as I can to show if I ever do find great success at attaining my goals, it'll be public as to some of how I got here, at least for the second half of my life. I'm 52 now. So like I said, I want to live to 100. So I feel like documenting now, I'm going to at least get you guys updated on the start of the second half of my life, and we'll keep it going from there. And hopefully we obtain some of these goals that I got, because I have a lot of goals, a lot of dreams that can become reality. I just need to put it in the work to make it happen. Good girl. Stay. Stay. I decided to keep the old flooring in this van just because it's in good shape. I don't see any water damage. I don't smell any musty smells. There's just dirt on this from whoever worked in here before, coming in and out, getting tools. The scratches from the tools on this wood and stuff. So obviously there's dirt. So what I'm gonna do is just paint over it, and that'll seal the dirt down. If there's any, obviously the dirt that's stained into the wood, it'll just cover it over and seal it down. And that's really all I need to do with this wood. But obviously, I'm not gonna stop there. That's just gonna be temporarily. That's what I'm gonna do for now, is just get this floor painted and seal off, seal it from that dirt. 2 layers of paint. Then on top of that, I'm gonna put laminate flooring, some really really nice laminate flooring that I'm gonna lay down to give it that nice look. But that'll be a month from now. I'm not gonna rush into that just yet. I want to get a lot of other stuff out of the way first, and then lay the floor down. Hopefully, I can get it done within the next 2 weeks. But I don't know. The way things go, sometimes it takes a month. Things you think you can get done in 2 weeks, it'll take a month to get it done, or even 2 months sometimes. So I can never really put a time on what my plans are. I try to, but things don't always go well. So I'm hoping within the next couple of weeks we can get this laminate flooring laid down. That would be great. So I got the Blue Eddy solar generator power station by Blue Eddy, and the battery is the B300. I got this package. It also comes with the. I chose to go with the PV 350 solar panel. I don't remember why. There was a specific reason why I chose that one. Even though this isn't going to be my main solar source, this will be just something I could pull out and hook up if I need additional solar power. Once I get the battery, like I said, the battery system I'm going to put in January, and it's going to be a total of it's 4 12-volt 300 amp hour batteries. Connect them all together, it's going to become 600 amp hours of 24 volt, which is the goal. So that's going to be more than enough power, but I still want to have this power station as a backup. So I'm going to put in a fully blown custom electrical system in here, but I'm also going to keep my power station. This is what I'm going to start out with, so I can take a couple little trips here and there. Eventually, probably to start the new year, I'm going to start putting in the big electrical system. I already have the batteries. I don't think I have anything else. I might have I have the shunt for the batteries. I have a Victron Smart Shunt, I believe it is. And I have the batteries. And the batteries I got are 300 amp hour, 12 volt batteries, lithium. I got that type of battery for a specific reason. Number one, I want a lot of amp hours, so 300 for each battery was good. There's 4 of them. What I'm going to do is connect them to be 24 volt battery system, and I'm going to do basically it's going to be 2 banks, 2 batteries, 2 12 volt batteries will make one 24 volt battery. So it's going to be 2 banks technically, and it'll in total I'll have 600 amp hours of 24 volt battery system. That's what I'm going for. I think that's going to be perfect for me. And then I'm going to try, I don't know if I'll be able to succeed, but eventually I'm going to try to have 1200 watts of solar on the roof. I'm not going to put a roof mounting fan or 2 fans like most people do. If I need fan ventilation, I'll go some other method. I don't have any windows in here, so I don't have to worry about moisture as much. But some kind of fan airflow would be good. I could, when it's cool, I could always open the doors outside, and be somewhere where the wind comes in from the side and blows through the back. So that's the way I'll do it if it's a cool day in the afternoon and I don't want to run the AC. Obviously I don't want to run the AC as much as possible. I want to run it as little as possible. For sure, when I go to sleep, I'm gonna have that AC running though. And I got an idea to enclose the bed with some kind of zipper line type kind of like a shower curtain, but an airtight type seal that I can seal myself into my bed area and have the AC only blow into that area. So that way it keeps it extra cool. I don't have to put the air conditioner on high. I can put it on eco mode, and it'll be perfect because it's only gonna do that little sleeping cubicle area that me and lady will be sleeping in. So I think that's the best thing, and then that way I don't have to consume so much power at night air conditioning the whole van. I got to do some more research on what insulation I'm going to use. I know I'm going to use multi-layer insulations. I know definitely for sure I'm going to use 1 or 2 layers of Stanley spray foam, the closed cell spray foam. I actually already ordered a box of it, and I'm definitely going to use that, and I might put 2 layers of that. And I think that's going to give me a super, super R value. But I also ordered some thin foam insulation it's got the silver on one side. I forgot what it's called, the foil. It's got the foil on one side and then the foam on the other side. I ordered a little bit of that stuff, but I don't think that stuff's very, very thick. But I'm gonna put a layer of that on too, just to maybe it'll give it another additional R value. Maybe we'll go up 1 point or 2. I don't know. But I got plenty of space there. There's a good 2 or 3 inches I could put of insulation stuff in there. So I'm gonna have at least 2 inches of spray foam, and then I'll use that foil stuff and maybe even something else. I don't know. We'll see. The reason why I chose this, I don't even know how to pronounce the name. Powerick store. Powerick. That's the way it's spelled. Powerick. So the reason why I chose this battery is, number one, it was a Prime Day special. So it was the best price at the time. Now there's batteries on there that are this pretty much the same price, and it's not Prime Day. So there are some costs. So I probably should have waited till January to order the batteries. But I fell for the Prime Day special and went ahead and got it. And it was they were about 400 each, which is the going rate. Is what they seem to be all right now for 12 volt, 300 amp hour. They all seem to be about 400 to 500 in that range. So I went with these at the time, and the other reason why was because these, the way it was listed, it's a smaller footprint. Somebody in the chat or in the reviews said something about that, these being a smaller footprint. And the pictures made it look like a smaller, it made it look like the standard 12 volt batteries you put in for your engine. It made it look like it was that size. And this thing is bigger than that, man. This thing's almost as big as the Battleborn batteries. It's a little bit smaller than that, but not much. It's definitely nowhere near the small form factor is like a regular car battery. So this is definitely bigger than what I thought it was going to be. And it's funny, Amazon, that's one of the tricks they use. It's funny how on Amazon, when you want something in a bigger size, the pictures always seem to make the item appear bigger than it's shown when it arrives. It's like, man, this isn't as big as it looked. And that practice works in reverse as well. There's proof with these batteries. I wanted a smaller form factor, and that's what I thought I was getting. But when you get them, they're much larger. It really, it's false advertising in a way. But what can you do? Thank you, my friends. Everybody have a pleasant day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next day or two with another video. Take care.